guys, I hope you guys are well. Yes, God has been convicting all of us, okay, including myself. So let me tell you guys something. No one is excluded from conviction. And whenever we go through conviction, and when I go through conviction, I learn a lot from experience as well. And God gives me a lot of wisdom, and he also uses me to teach you guys. Okay, so I just want to say something. The devil's very busy right now, and even though the devil's not smarter than God, the devil can definitely outsmart us a lot. Okay, and he will use our own mind against us. If he knows we have insecurities, if he knows we have doubts, he'll use our own minds against us. Now, I told you guys about undercover destiny helpers, right? And I told you guys in that video, which I will post the link in the comment section below, I told you guys in that video that there's going to be people coming in our lives that are not even going to look like they are destiny helpers. They're not even going to look like they're going to help us to the next level. And they're disguised that way because sometimes we're not meant to know when someone is put in our lives exactly for what purpose. Sometimes it's just up to us to organically build our relationship with people, or build connections with people, and it has to be organic. There can't be no fakeness involved. And you get what I'm saying? Because it's not fair for the person who's being used as a destiny helper to only attract someone who just wants to be around them for what they have to offer. Do you get what I'm saying? So most of us were destiny helpers. That's why we attract a lot of dark people, dark energies, and we also attract a lot of good people, which is kind-hearted people. But the devil right now, he's playing tricks on a lot of people, and I just want to say, don't always think the worst when it comes to things. Don't always assume that everything is just bad. And it's not just people. I'm talking about also when you have dreams, when you have visions. Sometimes when God shows you specific things in dreams, and the interpretation is positive, but you may interpret it as something negative before you think it's something positive, because that's what you're used to. Because you're used to putting you down, some people putting you down. You're used to things not going well for you. So you may interpret something negative when it's actually positive. I'm gonna see if I can find an example, a good example for you guys. Let's just see. Let's just say, for example, God may show you an engagement ring, okay? And because it's an engagement ring, it's not the ring that you wanted. You see the engagement ring and you instantly start to think, when you see the vision of the ring, that your person is married to someone else or engaged to someone else. That's the first thought that comes in your head, because you're like, that can't be my ring, because that's not the ring that I asked for. That's not the ring that I wanted. Not realizing that it's not about what you want. It's about what God picked for you. If God may have picked your ring and said to your partner, get her this ring, because you see a ring that you never picked, you may instantly assume your partner's cheating or your partner's with someone else, and you're thinking the worst of the situation, rather than thinking, maybe that is my ring. Maybe God's trying to show me my ring, and it's not what I expected. Instead of thinking that, you're thinking the worst. And I'm using that as an example, so it doesn't have to be that particular situation. That could be it, but that's just an example I'm using. It's, it's like everything else. You may see a home, but because it's not the home that you expected, you may think that your partner's living with someone else, or you may just think the worst, right? The point of the matter is, never think the worst about things. Always get confirmation from God. I told you guys in another video, always confirm, okay? And the reason being is because the devil will play mind games with you. And then before you know it, you may end up pushing away the very ones that God has sent you to be a destiny helper. When you have dreams about people and the dreams are not positive, before you just jump to, accusations too, make sure you confirm, like, God, I had this dream last night. I rebuked it. But the person that I'm seeing in the dream, I don't know them to be this type of person. So this doesn't make sense to me. So I just want to get confirmation about that dream, God. Is that dream true, or was the devil trying to twist things? Because what will happen is when God sends you someone to help you in your life, and the devil knows that God has sent you someone that's going to open doors for you, that's going to teach you, that's going to give you wisdom, and the person may not even know that they're doing this. Remember, I told you guys, sometimes the person that's meant to help you doesn't even know that's their mission, right? But the devil knows that's a person that's going to lead you to your purpose. The devil will try to make you cut ties with that person, or the devil will try to make you look at that person in a negative light. So basically, when you look at that person in a negative light, you no longer want to associate yourself with them, you no longer want to talk to them, etc. Okay, unless you know 100% for sure, and God tells you that's not the person to help you, that's a very, that's not a good person, then you cut ties and then you remove yourself. But you always want to confirm with God, okay? Because the devil's smart. He's going to play reverse psychology on you. The good people that are put in your lives to help you, the devil's going to make you think they're bad. And then you're going to remove yourself from them. And then you're going to find out a month later, 2 months later, 4 months later, 5 months later, that was the very person that was meant to help you. Whatever you saw in that dream, whatever you saw in that vision that was twisted, was twisted. Then when you find that out, you may have a hard time re-entering that person's life again, because that person now sees you as someone that doesn't like them, is dishonest, is ghosted them, whatever situation is. And it's not just with people. It's also with, in general, like I said before, not assuming the worst with everything. Okay? If like that example I said about the ring. We have to get out of that mindset of always assuming that everything we see, everything we hear and is just negative. We have to get out that mindset, because that's what the devil wants. He wants us to think everything is negative. Okay? And then when you always consistently think everything is negative, you push everything away. You even push God away. You even push God's blessings on your life away. Okay, like the visions he's giving you, the dreams he's giving you, if you think the worst of it, you'll push it away. You get what I'm saying? And, you know, that happens to all of us. It's not that it doesn't happen. It happens to all of us, including me, because I've been through some heartache too. But this is why I say I confirm things with God. I confirm things with God. That actually happened to me last night, and I confirmed something with God. And I'm like, wow, God, I you know, this taught me a lesson. Like, I really need to not always think the worst of things. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm telling you guys from my experience too. We have to be careful of that, because when you think the worst of things, you push away good things. Okay, so I just want to put this out there for whoever this is for. Whenever something happens, remember what it says in James: think before you speak, be slow to anger, be slow to anger. Okay, if you have specific dreams, wake up. Don't even let it make you angry. Confirm, pray and confirm with God before you get angry. Be slow to anger. Think before you speak. When you meet someone and you're not sure about them, before you judge them and you criticize them, give them a chance to show who they are as a person before you make assumptions about them. Because next thing you know, you hang around with them and you're like, oh my gosh, this person is really cool. I love this person. Oh my gosh. Instead of judging them, and then you find out later on they're actually a good person, and now look, you've blocked your opportunities to even associate yourself with them or to even network with them. Okay, so this is just a message for someone who needs to hear it. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. I actually have another message that's kind of tied to this. Okay, love you guys. Bye.